This wasn't my idea, and I would give credit if I could remember whose it was. Somebody's brilliant idea. It should become a park that honors water, and it should be a park. It should be a park where people can come and understand what, frankly, we didn't understand 25 and 30 years ago when we made dumb decisions to put dump sites on aquifers, and we paved over water systems in our municipalities, and when we paved over green space, when we had no concept that we could run out of water in the world. Well, let me tell you, the planet is running out of clean water. You may say that's impossible because back in grade 6 you learned that couldn't happen because there's a finite amount of water in the hydrologic cycle and it can't go anywhere, so you can do whatever you want with it and use what you want. Not true. Your teachers were not lying, but it's not true. We now know that between polluting it, and that includes aquifers, let me just give you one incredible example. 90% of the aquifers in the big cities in China, under the big cities, are polluted beyond use. So we're not saying that only surface water gets polluted. We have an uncanny knack as a human species of polluting it all. And mismanagement, but most importantly, displacement, which is what's happening here. When we take water from where it is needed for a healthy hydrologic cycle to function, we actually create desert, and that impacts and adds to and makes worse the global warming that is affecting our water in the first place. The number one rule is leave water, especially if it's clean water, where it was put. Make it precious, care for it, take care of it, and it will take care of us and our children and their children 7 generations on, and other species. Just take care of it. But don't take it out and throw it who knows where and then use it as a dump site because we think there's so much more, because there isn't so much more. One last thing. We met with some of the councillors who voted for the site, and I think they're decent people who made a mistake, and I think we should approach them as fellow humans, people who also care about their children and their grandchildren and 7 generations on, and ask them to pick up the new information that we're going to be putting out over the summer, that we now know we're going to put in more perhaps accessible form. Change their minds, because their original decision might have been based on the notion that they felt was right, but now we have more evidence and we're asking them to change their mind, to do the right thing. It's never, ever, 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 ever a mistake to say I was wrong, or to say I've learned something new, or to say I made a decision based on information that wasn't current and I have changed my mind. That takes a very big person. We will love those people for that. We ask them to have the courage to do that. We have to stop this dump site. I just want to end by saying I thank you all of the groups and all of the individuals who've come together to make this happen, for the love and support, this beautiful day, and this energy and this spirit. We continue to go on together. We actually will make this happen. And to me, and I end almost all my speeches here and around the world with the words that perhaps instead of water being a sign of contention, and it is a growing sign of contention between countries and between rich and poor and between big cities and rural communities, where big cities are going in and stealing water. I mean, there is a great deal of conflict around this diminishing supply of water in the world. But it's also possible that water is going to be a healer, nature's teacher, that teaches us how, instead of seeing our differences, we see what we have in common, and we come together as we have here and say our differences are very small when it comes to survival, and survival of this beautiful environment, and survival of the water, and our own survival. The water crisis in the world is like a comet coming at us. It's, when all of a sudden in those Hollywood movies it doesn't, your differences don't mean very much because there's a comet coming at you and in 72 hours the earth will blow up. Well, we have a comet. It's called the global water crisis. And if we step back and take a deep breath, we can say that water can be the place of healing. Water can be the place where we come together to learn how to live differently with one another, and to learn how to tread more lightly on this beautiful Mother Earth. I thank you. Miigwech.